Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Now, it's been a while since I've been able to do a video review, and considering the day, there's no way I could let it go by without doing something Jason related. Now, apparently, because this lawsuit is more dangerous than being drowned, fighting a dream demon, or being dragged to hell, all we have are fan films. Thankfully, there's a lot to choose from, so today let's talk about Roseblood. Let's recap first, shall we? The lawsuit shut down anything Friday the 13th related way back in 2016. It finally ended with the original movie's writer, Victor Miller, rightfully winning the lawsuit. But the problem we're running into now is both sides have to agree on who gets what money for new films. Now that it's played out in court, I think spite is a major motivation for one party, and it'll be a long time before we see Jason on the big screen again, which, heartbreaking. Anyways, Roseblood is a continuation of Part 7, The New Blood, with Lar Park Lincoln reprising her role as the telekinetic heroine Tina. This one starts with Tina being berated by Dr. Cruz, played by the same actor from the original. Now, we all saw him die horribly. Well, thanks to the MPAA, we sort of saw him die, but he's talking to her in the same doctory way from the first movie. I liked it. It was a neat touch showing how much Tina was haunted by her past and the specter of Jason hanging over her head, that she has delusions of Dr. Cruz still haunting her today. Now, if you remember, he was such a slimy secondary antagonist, he literally throws Tina's mother into Jason's path to escape. I like that they got the original actor to come back because the two characters are able to pick up right where they left off. Then the movie jumps back in the past, set 13 months after the events of Part 7. Tina is at the Crystal Lake Research Facility, where Jason would eventually be frozen in Jason X. One thing to note, the series timeline is insane. Part 7 was made in 1988, but it actually takes place in 2001. So it's kind of weird seeing 80s references and technology everywhere, despite the movie taking place in at least 2002. In this research facility, they're trying to use Tina and eventually a young girl with stronger powers named Rose to harness them. They're also trying to get Tina to free Jason so they can figure out how he regenerates or something. It's kind of flimsy, but it doesn't matter. I liked how this movie bridged some gaps and found ways to connect the series. One way they do that is bringing in a young Creighton Duke, the cowboy bounty hunter from Jason Goes to Hell. It was a neat touch, and it explains a weird plot hole from Hell, but it kind of fell flat. The actor did his best, but he's no Stephen Williams. As for the movie itself, it looks really good. The production values are pretty high for a fan film. Also, I can't say enough about the score. They managed to get Friday the 13th composer Harry Manfredini to do the score, and it's wonderful. There's a haunting piece that plays on occasion that's like a mix of the Child's Play theme with the eerie tune from Suspiria. I loved it. Here's the thing about fan films, and it was my favorite part of this movie. You have the freedom to do literally whatever you want, so why not have fun with it? During the finale, there's a real wonderful scene that gets built up through the entire thing, and it's just so awesome when you get the payoff. When they're educating the characters about Rose's power, you see the reactions and the aftermath of her bloodbath, but you don't actually get to see them. When they finally reveal it, I had a huge smile on my face, and I could feel my adrenaline rising. I'm not going to spoil it, but I was blown away by what they did, and it actually makes me really excited for what they do next. There's just so much they can do, and it sounds awesome. With that said, I do have some complaints. By far, the biggest one were the ads. Good God, those ads. I'm not joking. Literally every 3 to 5 minutes, I get the same ad about CRM software and have to wait 5 seconds before I can close it. It was infuriating because anytime you get invested in the very dialogue-heavy movie, everything would drop no matter if it was in the middle of the action or not. I was so frustrated because it doesn't stop until more than an hour in. Another problem, and it's a pretty big one, Jason doesn't show up until an hour into the movie. There's just a lot of filler they could have dropped to make it tighter and get to the Jason stuff, but it seems like they were intent to getting 90 minutes. Jason shows up, and there's only about 20 minutes of movie left. During that time, it's just a free-for-all where Jason just happens upon people and kills them. There's virtually no stalking, he's just wandering around slicing people up. If I could sum it up, it's a fan film and it never takes itself too seriously, so there's a lot of fun to be had. Still, there's too much filler and pointless scenes and conversations where they introduce you to characters that have little to no effect on the actual plot. But still, I liked it. It's on the upper echelon of fan films that I've seen in both quality and entertainment. If you're a fan, I'd say it's worth a watch. It's free on YouTube. Just be prepared to want to scream at whoever was in charge of ad placement. 7.5 Dr. Chainsmokes.